Jump scare incoming. It's my face. Ah! Hi, everybody. Oh, jeez Louise. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day today. It is late o'clock here on my neck of the woods, as shown by outside. And I wanted to take some time just to stream, hang out with people, you know? It's kind of vibe. Some chill vibes. I don't like my hair right now. I don't like that even more. What the hell? What's up with myself right now? What's happening? Can we just do this and put this here? Is it gonna look any better? Probably not. But we're gonna work it. Hey, yeah, it's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. Ew. I feel like I'm balding with that. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. Fixing my hair literally on the fly. It's actually better. That's better. This is at least a little bit more distinguished. Outside of whatever the hell's happening over here. Don't mind me while I just do my hair in camera. All right. So, a lot of things that have happened in the Flesh and Blood world. Something I did kind of want to go over a little bit is I wanted to talk a bit about the Jarl deck and actually like take a peek into what it's doing. Because I feel like it's going to be still a pretty strong deck, but you know, we're in a weird situation with it. Golly gee, excuse me. I'm going to be yawning a lot, mind you. I'm going to be yawning a lot. It's late. I'm a little tired, but like, I don't feel like I should be going to bed yet. I have some things I want to get done tonight. Well, and I'm probably not going to get them done if I'm live streaming, so I'll do them tomorrow. Arizona, as always, if for any reason you are watching a video like mine, if the words saying Arizona bring this into your inbox, I'm taking sponsors. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go over the Jarl deck. See what's in here, what they may have been able to change, what the market's going to look like with the Jarl deck out, and how it's going to affect the players when it comes out. Because it comes out in like a couple weeks, I think. Let me go check the website, actually. Jarl deck comes out. When is it? Release date November 29th. So yeah, in 12 days. So in 12 days, roughly about 2 weeks, Jarl will be out. So, oh, you know what? I'll be, it's Black Friday. That's what that is. So Black Friday, that'll be out. And we're looking at, of course, a brand new suite of equipment outside of the shield, and then even a legendary arm piece. So I wanted to see a little bit about what we're looking at, some game plans, some things. I want Jarl to be good, but I don't know what cards I would add to make him like crazy powerful, because he kind of seems stun locked into a certain kind of game plan right? Because Jarl specifically says when you play an ice card, create a frostbite token in an opponent's exposed chest, arms, heads, or legs zone. Now, it's obviously whenever you play ice cards, so you want to play mostly ice. But you also want to destroy your opponent's equipment. And playing with things like Gauntlets of the Boreal Domain, I like it because it's got temper. It's a legendary arm piece. Pay 2. And then you pretty much just need to pitch an Earth Ice card or an Ice Earth card in this situation. So it'll get +2 and dominate. But you also need to get a Mangle out. So what's the line looking like for this deck? Right? The line for this deck, we need to have Crumble to Eternity in our hand. And then we need to... yeah. We need to have a Crumble to Eternity in our hand. We need to have then also played... we need to have blocked with Unforgetting, Unforgiving. So when this defends, if the attacking hero controls an equipment with a -1 counter, you may search your deck for a Mangle, banish it, then shuffle. So it's if it's got a -1 counter. You can find that Mangle, you banish it. Then you have a Mangle and banish. So you've got a Mangle and banish, 3 cards in hand, assumedly, right? Assumingly you just blocked with 4. Let's say you even blocked with another card, right? So now you have 2 cards in hand, one of them a Crumble, the other one is another blue. That would have to be what it is. It'd have to be another blue. So then at that point, what you can do is you can pitch Crumble to Eternity to Gauntlets. And then you can swing with Mangle, pitch that other yellow or that other blue in your hand. And when you pitch that other blue, you come in with Mangle with 10 dominate on hit, destroy target equipment they control with a -1 counter. So if they already have a -1 counter on an equipment, which in some cases, in most cases, they will, they'll do it to themselves and block with their equipment. You can go ahead and get that back. And then of course, this is going to hit, it's going to block with that equipment, and then they should be set to go. Frozen Death's also kind of a crazy card. As far as an Ice Guardian action, Ice Fusion, if this was fused, you may destroy an equipment with a -1 counter on it. This is where, like, this is where I think the spice is for this deck. Because honestly, you can just keep swinging this summit for like ever. For 6. And then have it come in and on hit create a Frostbite in an exposed slot. But you want the deck to destroy armor. So Frozen to Death, all they need to do is block with their armor once, and it gets destroyed. Like this will just destroy it. Straight up, Ice Fuse, boom, destroy it, right? Then you, of course, also have Expose the Elements, right? This was Earth Fused to put a -1 counter on target equipment. So if it was Earth Fused to do that, but if it was Ice Fused, destroy an equipment with 0 defense controlled by target hero unless they pay 2. So Expose the Elements. I don't know that I'd keep this in here. I guess I would. Because it is a good fuse with an Earth card. But I don't know. The real question lies is like, what? They've only got 4 to 5 pieces of equipment, right? 4 to 5 pieces of equipment is pretty easy to get rid of in this case, right? Because we have Frozen to Death can easily at any point get rid of 3 pieces of equipment, so long as they have that -1 counter on them. So that's pretty awesome, I mean, quite literally, like, if it's got a -1 counter on it, it's donezo. You can put a -1 counter on Tunic with something like Exposed, then destroy it with Frozen to Death. Because you can expose, like, this is a pretty solid combo here, right? 2 blue, an Exposed, and a Frozen to Death. So you pitch a blue, fuse Exposed to the elements with the Earth card. Put a -1 counter on there. Then you play this from Arsenal, and you destroy a -1 counter on their weapon, or you destroy a piece of equipment they have with a -1 counter. Then Channel Mount Ison is also a different thing. It's got Channel Ice. I just think like the deck is going to significantly need less. What do you call it? Less. Earth cards. It's going to need less Earth cards. Whoop! I didn't need to watch the whole video. Hold on. Chill out. Chill out. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Stop. This is all I want to look at. So YouTube Jarl V2. This looks about right. A lot of people are looking to do Decompose in Jarl, which is just kind of wild to me. Fruits of the Forest over Autumn's Touch is insane. I will say that. Fruits of the Forest over Autumn's Touch is insane. But Buckling Blow is pretty contentious. I think Buckling Blow could still work. The only issue is that, like, Jarl cares so much about these 3 cards. But, like, you already have, like, Oaken. Oh, this card's probably gone up a lot, huh? $5. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, but Oakenold, what does this do, right? Earth and Ice Fusion, so you can just use the Pulse here. If Oakenold is fused, it gains +2 Dominate, and if it hits, they put 2 random cards from their hand to the bottom of their deck in any order. So Oakenold kind of crazy. 9 Dominate. Pitch 3 for 9 Dominate on hit, discard, or we'll sink 2. Kind of crazy. Oh, Blue Autumn's Touch is right here. What the hell am I looking at? I just don't know that Felling and Plow are like the move. Yeah, like Pulse of Ice and Loft, Ice and Earth Element actions at +1, Channel Lake Frigid, and Channel Mount Ison. I definitely think there needs to be more ice than earth. And I think that the only time you're going to want to keep, because you're not going to want to pitch 2 cards for this. If you pitch 2 reds for this to play that Mangle, you're like donezo. You'd have to keep your whole hand for that. But I don't know. And then I still think Summit it's cool. It's a cool weapon. I don't know that it is good though. Because it comes in for 4. But you're allowed to have a shield. And so when that shield breaks, this then comes in for 6. And then also you pay 6 resources to attack for 6 and create a Frostbite. I just don't feel like that is very good. I think I would much rather run Titan's Fist. Because this effect happens naturally on Jarl. Right? So like if you play an ice card Like, I'm surprised we're not playing. I'm going to make a deck. I'm going to see what cards we have for Jarl that we can do. Let's create one. Classic constructed for Jarl. Jarl deck upgrades. Okay. So in Jarl, we'll keep this arm piece. The headpiece is pretty good. Like, always good to do that, except Coronet Peak almost seems better. Maybe I'm crazy. Pay 3, target hero discards a card unless they pay a resource. Like, that's pretty good. But it's at action speed, so you're effectively just doing that to stop stuff. Outside of that, Olin can block 1, and then also if it blocks with a ice card, creates a frostbite token. It's fine for right now, I guess. I do think Barkskin is kind of better, but Barkskin actually is not turned online unless you have decomposed. So Barkskin might not be the move here. Where is that one? Tectonic chest in here? Tectonic crust. This card defends together with an earth card. Create a seismic. I'm a Riptide guy. I'm really worried about Jarl. Yeah. He's going to be like an interesting hero because, I mean, he's got a lot of ways to dominate. And when his dominated stuff hits you, it like hits you really hard. But I think really the thing that makes Jarl crazy good is the fact that he can destroy equipment without hitting you. And that is like really important. Like, for him to literally just like, okay, put a -1 on this equipment, destroy it, you're donezo. Like, you don't even need to let Mangle hit. It's just that good. See, I almost think playing Tectonic Plating is better in this regard, because you can pitch a resource to create a Seismic Surge token. That's kind of nice. Plating might be better. Now we need to figure out the legs. The legs, I think this is still good. Rootbound Trunks defends with an aura card, create an embodiment of Earth. That's fine. Yeah, pretty much. Like, the way I see it is that they effectively they took Tomultai and then made them a hero, but then also made them ice. So it's a very interesting like combo that they're doing here, but I don't know. And I also like that these, when they defend with an aura, you get an embodiment, and then that blocks out the additional one, right? Because what does embodiment do again? Plus, next time you defend? +1 while defending. So theoretically, it makes a non-attack block for 3, maybe even 4. So I do think Rootbound Trunks is better. So that's fine. But what I'm really trying to figure out is the weapon. Because if I'm going to be entirely honest, I think Stalagmites is the move. But I don't think the polearm is. I still think Titan's Fist is better. Card with 3 or greater in your pitch zone, Titan's Fist has +1. I still think Titan's Fist is better. And the reason I think Titan's Fist is better is because I can pay 3 resources for 4 as opposed to 6 resources for 6. And then also, what? And then also, frick. And then also, do a frostbite on their thing. Like, I don't need all that. I don't need all that extra stuff. Also, I might be insane, but I think I saw your message appear and then disappear, Direwolf. So I'm going to check that real quick. Make sure I'm not losing my mind. Make sure my stream is doing okay. Oh, okay. Okay. No worries. No worries. No worries. Just wanted to double check and make sure. So, but yeah, no, I think I like Titan's Fist more than I do Summit. Summit's cool, but I don't know that you need to run Summit. I don't know that it's better that you run Summit. Because even still, I'd much rather run Anathos for damage. So let's try to get like an idea about what ice go again cards we can have, right? So like ice, we're gonna want things like Heart of Ice is a good arcane barrier card. So let's just put that in inventory. It's a hero they discard unless they pay 2. Like this isn't terrible to put in there. Cold Snap, target hero may pay 3 resources if they don't freeze a card in their arsenal. Honestly, Icequake's kind of crazy. Your next attack this turn gets +3 whenever an attack hits a hero this turn. Create a Frostbite token. We could play Icy Encounter. Pummel it. Could also play Polar Blast. Probably play Winter's Grass Blue. We're gonna just like skip over all these. Amulet of Ice, pretty good. We've got Channel Leak Frigid, Channel Mount Ison. Honestly, Channel the Bleak Expanse is almost better than Ison. At the start of each hero's turn, they lose power equal to the number of frostbites in their equipment zones. So it's just like a couple pings of damage. Does have go again though. We are going to play Crumble. Going to play Frozen to Death. Attacks you control can't gain go again. Sure, those might go in the side. City's Chill. Pulse. Maybe even Blue Polar Blast. 28 cards that are ice. That's right, I was going to put Winter's Bite. This is the card I think I want. +1 if it's fused, it gains Dominate. So maybe not. So the thing is, if I play things like Weave Ice, right? If they have 2 exposed slots, if I play Weave Ice and then I play things like Icy Encounter, right? Like Weave Ice into Polar Blast, draw a card, into Icy Encounter. That is 3 That is 3 frostbites that I put onto their equipment without even touching them. And then also coming in for an attack. Because ice or elemental. So... okay, about 34 cards are ice. The rest we should look at Guardian cards, probably. No, we should definitely be playing Oakenold. Card's crazy good. So Oakenold definitely. Where are the Elemental Guardian? Biting Evil's fuse the attacking hero discards a card unless they pay 2 resources. Gives a buff. Glacial Footsteps is pretty cool too. Used against Dominate. Costs a lot though. Three for 7. I kind of like that. What's up, Bleezers? How you doing, man? Welcome on in. I'm just trying to see whether or not I have the correct thought process when building something like Jarl for Classic Constructed. Because I'd like to, if I'm going to play any Guardian, I'm going to play Jarl. But I guess I'm really just trying to figure out how I want to build them. I don't know. Earth Guardian, maybe? No. Earth cards? What kind of Earth stuff do we have? We can play Autumn's Touches. Those are obviously pretty good. Where the hell is this Autumn's Touch? So blue Autumn's Touch. We could even play like, I guess like other things too. Create an embodiment of token. Then if you haven't banished any Earth cards this turn, destroy this. Okay, so Earth's Embrace might not be what we're looking for. Flourish might be pretty good. That much +2. That's an Earth action. We can even play is that the Yellow Flourish? Yeah. That's pretty good. So effectively, we just want to pump cards. We can even play things like Thump, maybe. And then what other like Guardian stuff do we have? What are like Guardian staples you run in this deck? You can run Concuss. You can run... Is Polar Blast enough? It's just, I don't feel like there's enough ice cards, but like half my deck being ice cards, I think the odds are pretty good. Crush the Weak does pretty good. So 3 for 7. Really the level we want to be is the 3 for 7s. We want our powerful cards to be powerful. And our blue cards to be ice. Oh, you know what? Probably should put Mangle in here. And then Unforgiving, Unforgetting. Okay. Okay. 61 cards? Oh, Pulse. Maybe we don't need to... Maybe we don't need 3 Flourishes. We just need 2. Because Icequake's a buff. Flourish is a buff. I don't have another Icequake. Should I play blue Icequake? No. I think my numbers are messed up here. 3 for 7 with Earth Ice Fusion. No, that's okay. That's correct, I think. What other Guardian attack? Cost 3. Power 7. Cartilage Crush. It's another one that to throw in there maybe. Lay down the Law. 13 or more power non-equipment cards get -1. Wage Vigor, Wage Might. I don't need to wage anything. I don't need to wage. Pretty much just these. Cartilage Crush and this. But I'd like more Ice Go Again cards. I don't know. What are my stats looking like right now? 28 blues, 30 reds. It's about where I wanted it to be. I don't know that maybe I don't want Flourishes. I mean, they block for 2. I don't know that I want that. So maybe we do put in Icequake. Or we put in... No, what is that? No. Weave Ice. Yeah. Next Ice or Elemental attack action card you play this turn gets +3. If it's fused, it gains Dominate. So the Ice card has to be fused to get Dominate. This is the only Ice card. This is an Elemental card that has Ice fused. This is Ice fused. This has Ice fused, but that doesn't matter for this. Yeah, I think we just need like 0 cost Ice Go Again cards. I still think this is nice. Because at least we can give an Ice or Elemental attack +3. So we can give Snow Under +3. We can give... How many attacks do I have in this deck? 27 attacks, 27 non-attacks. Probably need more attacks. Like, do we have elemental attacks or ice attacks? We could also have Arctic, which is good. This effectively gives 4 frostbites as opposed to 3. This is an ice attack. There's no fusion. There's no reason to do that. Like, red Winter's Bite isn't a terrible thing either. Next time you ice fuse this turn, create 4 frostbite tokens under target's hero's control. That's kind of crazy. Let's just look up ice fusion. Ice fusion. Twine ice. It was fused against dominate. Dude, Entwine Ice with frickin' Weave Ice? Hello? That's 8 Dominate for 2 cards and 1 resource? And they get a Frostbite token? Kind of a lot. That's kind of crazy too. Flash Freeze. It's an elemental action, but if we expose the elements, we end up essentially doing nothing with that. Twine Ice might just be spice here, right? We need 1 card. Oh, well, we don't have a sideboard for for Arcane yet, so maybe we should just calm down on this for right now. Heart of Ice. I need other Ice Fusion cards. You know what? Didn't they come out with a this is how you can upgrade this deck thing? Learn more. This is the one, right? Yeah. Yeah. Upgrade your deck. Pulse, Stalagmite, Coronet Peak. Oh, this is it. This is all they had. Okay. I think ours is pretty okay for the most part. Arena, Elemental, Ice. Coronet Peak is not a bad one to pick in the head slot there. If I'm looking to just like rip cards from my opponent's hand. What else? Oh, Blizzard. Jesus Christ. What about Blizzard? Target attack loses and can't gain go again until the end, unless the attacking hero pays 2 resources. That's pretty good. But what are we getting rid of for that? We get rid of Channel Mountain Ice then. That's probably okay. We can just inventory that. Maybe we put a Thump down there? Or an Icy Encounter, maybe? And they only block for 2. Still don't know if I love this card in here, but this isn't a terrible thing. I mean, like, what are we looking at here, right? We've got no exposed slot, but we can start by playing an Amulet of Ice and then playing a Channel Lake Frigid, pitching a Winter's Bite. Passing. Put Frozen to Death in our arsenal. Or we can Amulet of Ice, and then we can just swing Fist. Not bad. This hand we block. No. Yeah. We block. We play Channel Lake Frigid from our arsenal. Put Oakenold in arsenal. Pass. Draw up. They don't do much of anything on their turn because they're generally frigid. Our turn is then pitch, expose the elements, swing Oaken Old, fuse Autumn Touch, and Polar Blast. It'll be coming in for 9, dominate, on hit, put 2 bottom. And then we can pitch. Probably have to pitch this ice card actually, so. We can pitch the, well, never mind. So we do have tectonic plating. I don't know. I don't know this deck enough to be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so great. But from what I can tell, I think like you either have to go one of 2 ways. You either have to be incredibly aggressive and swing at your opponent a whole bunch, or you have to be incredibly defensive. I'm not sure what plan I'd like to have. Because I'd imagine I'd like to be more defensive with the shield and the hammer. And being more defensive means playing things like Staunch Response, Unmovable, Think Below, Fate Foreseen, and then coming in with a casual, like, effect that destroys your equipment. Right? Because, like, this is really the dream. 3 Frozen to Death means you can destroy 3 pieces of equipment with this in the deck. And, like, your odds of doing it are really, really good. You also, of course, have access to Mangle, too. Mangle being really good. Crumble to Eternity, allowing for you to put a -1 counter on equipment. So you can quite literally play Crumble to Eternity, and then play Frozen to Death, pitch, fuse, and you destroy a piece of their equipment. Like, this is insane. So imagine destroying an opponent's piece of equipment turn 1 without them needing to block. So maybe it is the setup, right? Maybe the plan is to do the setup. But I don't know. Because I think if we like Ice Quake, we can Ice Quake. If I'm able to pitch to Tectonic, keep a thing around, and then just Ice Quake into Ice Quake into Thump is crazy. Like, that's insane. Ice Quake into Thump. It costs 5 resources, 2 cards. I have a bunch of blues in my deck. I can make that happen. Especially since I can play this, like, I don't know. I think there is an aggressive style to this deck. And I don't know that Mangle is even like what we need. Like, Mangle's pretty good because you can give it, you know, you can close games with it, right? You know, if you block with Unforgetting, Unforgiving. I also realize this is Earth, Ice. But it's the same card, the same art. And this one is just frozen over, and this one is not. Interesting. I didn't even realize. Yeah, 3 Frozen to Death are better than Tumultai. Like, literally just playing this for 0 and then playing this fusing. Sorry, buy Findel Spring Tunic. Buy Grasp of the Arknight. Buy Spellbound Creepers. Buy Scabskin Leathers. Goodbye New Horizon. Goodbye Trench. Goodbye Stormstriders. Goodbye Valiant Dynamo. Goodbye Crown of Providence. Like, anything. Like, every single piece of equipment is donezo. So I don't know. It's interesting. It's going to be an interesting dynamic because I'm not entirely sure that they're aware. I mean, they have to be aware. Like, this deck is going to be really, really, really difficult to deal with because there are cards that you do not need to hit with in order to destroy those things, which is why I'm thinking about playing things like more defensive instead of offensive. Just kind of like a mid-range, like, all right, cool, I'm not going to lose my armor, you're going to lose your armor. And then as you continue to lose your armor, I'm going to make sure it's more difficult for you to do anything on your turn by giving you 1, if not 2 frostbites, and then coming in with a big dominated attack. Threatening more cards out of your hand, more ice cards for me to play. But like, Oakenold is an insane fucking card. Icequake, I think, is going to go great in this deck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this doesn't like ruin everybody's thing, you know? Like, I don't understand how people are going to be like, oh yeah, cool, I'll just run armor. Like, if you lose your armor and then every single time they play an ice card, you get a frostbite. Like, that kind of sucks. You know, your armor is supposed to kind of be like, it's supposed to get weaker throughout the game. But the fact that you can just straight up be like, all right, I don't like your headpiece. Dink. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to play this hero, though. I'm still going to play them. I don't care if it's like dastardly. Because the other thing, too, is that like you're also looking at, if you're going into like a Jarl mirror, that's going to be like the weirdest thing, right? Because the Jarl mirror is going to be like, cool, can I get rid of your equipment before you get rid of mine? And can I get any block value out of my equipment first before that happens? So, but it's not bad overall. Stalagmite's the most expensive card, about $100. I have a Tectonic Plating. I don't have a Heart of Ice. I have Channel Lake Frigid. I have a Coronet Peak. I don't have 3 Blizzard. I don't think. Don't have any Oakenold. Should get those. Should get that card. But I do think it's going to be it's going to be an interesting deck to deal with. Just because of how much armor is important to a game plan. Scary tuning today. There you go. Well, and I mean, just to be fair, right? Like, Jarl is going to be very popular for a while, but at the end of the day, if Jarl ends up not being a popular meta pick, you're probably not going to see a lot of people play Jarl. Unless they are, one, Guardian mains, or they really like Ice. Those are the only reasons in which you're going to see people play Jarl if they end up not doing great into the meta. Because, like, if, for instance, like, my deck does things a little bit different, because, sure, you could put a -1 counter on something and then destroy it. That's not the end of the world for me. Like, I don't know. And yeah, Victor draws cards. Of course he's a better Guardian. He draws cards, he gets tokens to use on his turns. Like, I think Victor's a good Guardian too. But I think it all depends on what people want to do with this, because with the addition of Ice back in here, the reason more people are going to be playing Ice is because aggro is so prominent these days. So prominent. And because it's prominent, I don't know. You know what I do expect to happen, though, is I do expect there to be, there might even be some cards that come out in the future that put like a counter on your equipment that allows it to be like indestructible. Like it can only be destroyed by blocking. Also, Stamp Authority, this card. Stamp Authority enters the arena if you have 2 or more cards in your pitch zone with cost 3 or greater. Your hero gains a +1 intellect until end of turn. While Stamp Authority is in the arena, attack action cards effects do not trigger when they hit. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy Stamp Authority. Okay. And there was another one too. Nerves of Steel? Enters the arena, remove a -1 counter from a chest piece you control. Battle-worn and temper on equipment you control doesn't trigger if it defends an attack with 2 or less power. And then when your hero is dealt damage, destroy Nerves of Steel. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. Like, this card into, like, aggro? Disgusting. There's another one too. Like a Guardian, Majestic. Seasoned Saviors is also interesting. Got Battle-worn, but you can remove counters. Prime Defice, an interesting card. You might play Pulverize in the deck. Ow. Jesus, I'm so sorry, everybody. Trounce, you're probably not playing. Oh, Righteous Cleansing, this is another one. Crush, if Righteous Cleansing deals 4 or more damage to a hero, look at the top 5 cards of their deck, banish 1 or more cards with the same name from among them, and put the top of the, oh, that's not great. For 7? Yeesh. A lot. Buckle. Yeah. Next Guardian attack with this turn gains +1, dominate, and when this hits a hero, destroy an equipment they control with a -1 counter on it, go again. I have a lot of buckles. Posing Visage is another one if you want to go like an aura route. Search your deck for an aura with cost X or less, put it into the arena, then shuffle. So literally, you can just play this and then play this. Or where is it? This. Put a -1 counter on something. That's crazy. What's up, DJ? How you doing, my man? Hopefully you're doing well. Never Yield. Start of your turn, destroy Never Yield. Then if you have no cards in hand, just draw a card. If you have less life than all other heroes, gain 2 life. If you control less equipment than all other heroes, remove a -1 counter from an equipment you control. Oh. Huh. Oh my god, I didn't put Terra Sunder in this deck. Also, that's the other thing. Like, New just destroys this deck. Right? Like, being able to come in with the Snow Under, being able to play Frozen to Death, like, it's pretty good. So you're around, stopped in late. Nice, there you go. There you go, good, that'll be fun. You can also play their Channel Lake Frigid, although you don't get to keep it, but what else can you do? You can play their Autumn's Touch. Like, there are cards you can play. And it's obviously why, like, people are not going to want to run Terra Sunder. But it's like, if I can play 2 ice cards, or like an ice card and then an attack, that's why I like Icequake. Icequake, Polar Blast, Winter's Bite. Those are like key cards. Do I need Amulet of Ice? Probably not. This effectively just gets me a card in my deck, which is good. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be the aggressor. But regardless, I think the deck is really good. 29 reds to 31 blues. Kind of what we're looking like, or what we're looking for. We've got 20 cards with over 6 power. 30 of the cards in the deck are ice cards. So you're probably keeping nearly every one in, aside from these ones. Because this is where a lot of these ice cards come in. 3, 6, 9. Well, so how many are in the actual main here? 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, there's 30 in the main. Okay. I don't think that's terrible. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good deck. I'm pretty excited for it. It's definitely going to be different. I'm curious how it's going to affect my Vincent build. But it's just cool that people get to have a legendary piece of armor just right out the gate. I'm curious if they're going to do anything different with this one. That's going to be like, ooh, it's fun and exciting. Like there's going to be like a special Marvel version of Jarl in some of these or whatever. But seeing Frostbite's back on the menu, don't know if I'm in love with it. Luckily, like all of my cards cost nearly nothing, so I'm pretty fine with it. I don't know though. It's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. I think it's going to be a very popular hero. I'm just not sure if it's going to be the nuts, you know? Like a lot of pro players are really, really big into ice. They're really big into ice heroes. And so knowing that ice is back, is it going to be a cool, we can do Guardian stuff? Or like, do I go back to new now? Because if I go back to playing new, we're in a different boat entirely. Winter is coming. Yeah, and oh, that's right. I didn't even think about it. Like CNC, obviously that's a card you're going to want to play. Imposing Visage to get out Channel Lake Frigid, even. Yeah, because 3 and 3. So X and 3, so this will cost 6 to get out Channel Lake Frigid, but you can just pay 3 and bring out Crumble. Now, to be fair, when you do that, you're not playing an ice card. So you don't get to really do that. Yeah, everybody running Felling in here, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced it's enough. Because you get Sotomar, which you can put in there. You get fruits, and you get like, I guess like the other, right? You get Crumble to Eternity, which is an Ice Earth action. I don't know. It'll be fun to see. What's everybody else been up to? What is the Flesh and Blood gang been up to? I've talked enough about Jarl. What's everybody else been doing? I'm really tired. So I do apologize if it sounds like I'm just like babbling into the microphone. It's because I am. It's because that's what I'm doing, is babbling into the microphone. I am debating on whether or not I want to get some coffee, but I don't know that I want to. Like, it's too late and it's not going to really matter a whole lot, so no real need for me to go get it. But I am going to go use the bathroom real quick. Give me 1 sec. One sec. Oh, okay, I'm back. Have returned. Also, something that I have done recently is I have purchased a copy of Spellbound Creepers. So I just made that entire video of my deck tech of Vincent, and I was like, the last thing I'm going to buy is a Spellbound Creepers. But people convinced me that it's effectively the Flamescale Furnace to Vincent, or Flamescale Furnace to Dromai, as it is to Vincent. So I went, okay, cool. I guess I'll go and get it. So luckily a local of mine was selling one, so I was able to cop a cold foil Spellbound Creepers for $100. Pretty good deal. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I also did a fun thing today where I got a few of my coworkers together and brought them to an LGS. I effectively introduced one of my coworkers to his very first TCG of Flesh and Blood, right? Being Flesh and Blood. So that's pretty cool that we got to see that. They had a great time, and both my coworkers, they're loving the game. And they want to play more of it, so that's the goal, is to keep doing that. And now I'm just like, overall, I'm just like looking at the other cards that I want to get. my birthday's coming up and the holidays are coming up. So I think I might like hold off on buying anything more until I know if people are going to get me like certain gifts, because then I can just go, okay, cool, like we'll wait. But the holidays are also but excuse me, the holidays are also what do you call it? It's a time in which a lot of people are actively buying things. And so because they're actively buying things, the market tends to go up for a lot of cards, because this is the time in which like people who are getting, you know, gifts from their parents, people who are getting gifts from their grandparents, things like that, they'll have that money to spend on these things. And so it is a yeah, I think it's an important thing. Oh, did I save that deck? I want to see if I have favored this deck. I hope I did. I didn't? Ugh, that means I gotta find it. Then Beast Guy. I know it's here. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because like one of the decks I wanted to build is this, and I'm realizing real quick that the card prices for these, even though like not too many people seem to still be playing Brute, are still high. Obviously, Warmongers being pretty huge, Weakest Link expensive. Outside of that though, Apex, like even if we just cut out this top part here, Apex, Swing Bigs went down like a lot, which is crazy. Ripple Away is a little expensive. Send Packings are still about 15 bucks. Erase Faces are about 15 bucks. You've got Scowling Fleshbag at 33. Beast Within's only $10 now for a Beast Within, so it's pretty good. Scabskin Leathers, like, I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting thing because I don't want to... This whole deck loses to... the whole deck just loses to Jarl, right? Like, the Tunic counter, get rid of it, destroy it, right? You got your Scowling Fleshbag, you can give that a -1 counter and then give it and then do the thing. You've got Scabskin Leathers, obviously it's a risk, but like you can still get rid of it. And then like Apex Bonebreaker, if they get like 2 Might tokens, it's whatever. So like you pretty much just can't rely on your armor. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I wanted to live stream just for a little bit, hang out with y'all, but I do think I'm actually pretty tired. And I don't exactly have like anything I'm planning to do. I don't know that I want to play. I don't know that I want to play Talishar. Not YouTube. What am I doing? Library. Yeah, I don't know that I want to do like Talishar right now. I don't know that I want to do editing right now. So I don't know. All I do know is that we're growing pretty fast in subscribers recently. So if any of my subscribers are watching this, thank you. Appreciate your your being here, and I'm happy to know that the content's been very, very fun for you. You've been enjoying that. I know that my commoner videos have been kind of kicking off, so hoping to do more commoner there as well. And yeah, but I think I can feel that I'm pretty tired, that I'm a lot more tired than I expected. So I am going to go to bed, but I'm going to work on more content tomorrow. I'm going to have something out for you guys tomorrow since it's Monday. And then we're going to do an armory recap and talk a little bit about that. But yeah. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a fun time. I apologize I wasn't as entertaining as I possibly could be, but you'll get more of me fresh and awake tomorrow when I'm recording and editing videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your support. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day.